Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back to our channel. I'm sorry guys, I didn't upload the videos past 4 months. So I'm back now. In this video, I'm going to cover few concepts in JS like where, let and constant. So we'll start now. First, I'm going to create the file. It's loading. Yeah, first I will create one file like es6 functions, right? So let sorry um, let and const .js. I have created one file here. Actually today I will cover the concept what is variable, why we are using, and as well as what is let and constant, why we are using this. And other thing is what is block level scoping variables and what is the functional scoping variables also I will cover here. So first I will explain the variable. What is variable? Using a variable means it will store the data in any format, like it is a object format or string, or it is number or array, anything we can store it. For example, I will take here like a name. I will take a name where name equal to rejoicing, right? So now I'm going to log the value. We'll see what is the output, then I will explain. Now I'm going to run it. So it logged the value like rejoicing. It's working. It's give the output as we expected, right? And var means here variable just it's storing the string, and variable means we can reassign the value as well as we can redeclare the variables. So I'm going to redeclare it again. So Nilam. So now I'm going to log the value. What is the output? It will give the output. We'll see what it will give. So it will give the output rejoice in Nilam. So here what it means, in variable we can reassign the value as well as we can redefine the variables also, but it will take the recent value. So first I had declared the name rejoice, and coming to second same name I have declared the rejoice in element. So that's why it's taking the recent value as the updated value. So that is the variables. And in case I didn't give the variable, just I declare the var name, that's it. It will give the error or not. It will give what it will give, just we'll see what it will give. It doesn't throw the error, it will take the that value equal to undefined. So in variables we cannot we didn't give the initial value, right? This is the variables. First thing is variables we are using the storing purpose, and we can it's not necessary to give the initial value. It's our choice, we can give the initial value or not. And we can reassign the values as well as we can redefine the variables. That this is about the variables. So now I'm going to cover let. What is let? Same thing. Actually, in variables we are having few drawbacks. So to overcome the drawbacks, they introduce the concept like let and const. So both let and const, both variables are used to store the data, any kind of data. So I'm going to actually I taken let name equal to rejoicing, right? So now I'm going to log the value. It will give the value like rejoicing. Here coming to let, we can reassign the value. It means we can update the value, but we cannot redeclare the let. So I will uh, first I will log this value. It will give the value rejoicing, and I am going to redeclare it. Now we will see what is the output. It will throw the error because see here, 1 minute. See here, identifier name has been declared, like that it will throw the error. So we cannot redefine the value, but we can update the value. So I have taken the name equal to rejoice. I'm going to update that value equal value only. How we can do that? Just we simply name equal to rejoice Neelam, like that we can update. It will update the value. Now I will log the value. See, we got the recent value rejoicing Neelam. So this is the let. Coming to constant, here also constant also we can we can we can give, we without initial value we cannot declare it. I'm going to let also we can, without initial value it will work, but coming to const, it doesn't work. I didn't give the any initial value. I'm going to log the value. We'll see what is the output. It will throw the error because in constant definitely we need to give the initial value. See, we are getting the missing the initializer. So in constant also we are using the storing the data, but once we assign the value to the const, example I'm going to assign the value Chaitanya. So once we assign the value, we cannot edit or update the value when we append the const. So now I'm going to redeclare it. It will throw the error. See, identifier name and I'm going to update it. It means I'm going to reassign the value. See, again getting the value. So in constant we cannot, once we assign the value, we cannot reassign or we cannot update the value here. That is the constant. So I hope guys you understood, right? What is the var and what is latent constant. These three variables are, we are using the storing purpose only, but any kind of data we can store it, but using the variables we have some drawbacks. That's why to overcome those things we'll use the constant let. Sometimes we can update the value, sometimes we'll get the API data, or sometimes we need to edit some data or some forms. That time we'll use the let. When we are having the static data, it cannot be changed. That time we'll use the const. This is about the var and constant and let, right? And that is one thing. And coming to second thing, for example I will take one function here. I will create one function. Function name is get full name. and I'm declaring one var name equal to something Chaitanya, and return the name, that name only. I'm just taking the names only because we can understood easily. So here I'm just calling, I have created one function and I'm just calling that function here. And I'm going to log the value. I'm going to log the value like name. See what is the output of the function, right? We are trying to, here we are trying to log the value after the function, so we'll see what is the output. See, we are getting name is not defined error. Why? Because actually we have created one function name is get full name. Inside that function I have declared one variable that is name, so we are having that variable is inside of the function. That's why it will work scope, this function scope only. Outside of the function scope it will not work. That's why it's throwing the error. In case you want to use it, again we need to declare var name, then it will work. It doesn't throw the error, it will return the Chaitanya name after function. Oh, it will log the value, right? It's logging the value here. Why? Because when we are declaring the inside of the function, that variable we cannot use the outside of the scope, function scope. We can use only this function scope only. Outside we cannot use. Coming to this variable also, we can use this scope only. We cannot use other. So this is one thing. And one thing, guys, mostly definitely in interviews they will ask what is the difference between the where, let, and constant. And second thing is what are the functional what is functional scoping, and as well as what is the block level scoping, like that they will ask. So I will explain what is functional and what is block level scoping. So first thing is block level scoping. Block level scoping example, let and constant. I will explain why. And coming to functional scoping, variable means example where. I will explain one by one. First I will explain what is the functional variables. I'm just creating var full name equal to Joyce Neelam, right? And I'm just creating one I'm checking the condition. If full name is not empty, then I'm just creating one var inside of this, and name equal to, we are having the full name, right? So I don't need the full name, I need name only. So for that only I'm split the value. You are using split method. Using split method I'm going to split it. Sorry guys. And I'm going to render that first thing only. It means name only, right? So that now I'm going to console the value. console.log that name, right? Inside if condition, same that name variable I'm going to log here also. See, we'll see the what it will give. See, we are getting two logs. One is inside of the if condition, second one is outside of the if condition. See, rejoice inside of the if condition, rejoice outside of the condition. It means and I'm going, that's why we are calling the variable is the functional scoping. That's why it's not a function, just it is the if condition. Just I'm checking the condition, in case it's true, do this thing like that. So here I'm just checking the condition only. So variable, it will work inside of this if condition, and we now we are able to access this variable outside of the if condition also, right? So that's why we are calling the variable is the functional scoping. I will change instead of where, I will update it going to let. Now I'm trying to log the values, see what see, it will throw the error. See, actually this inside rejoice we are getting the value, but outside it's throwing the error, name is not defined like that. Why? Because block level scoping means we can use the inside of this curly braces only, we can access it when we instead of where when I updated to let or constant, that time we cannot use that variable outside of this block, we can use the inside of this curly braces only, we cannot access outside. That's why it's throwing the error. So that's why we are calling these let and constants or block level scoping variables, and a variable is the functional scope. And for example, I will here I will let just surname, I'm declaring the let surname. I'm updating that surname inside of this function. In case that's the if inside of the condition is true, update surname equal to Neelam, right? So now we'll see. Now I'm going to log this surname inside of the if condition and outside of the this condition. Now it will work. Why? Because already we declared the letter globally, that's why we can access that value inside of the condition and outside of the condition. mm, Understood, guys? That is the that's why we are calling the var and letter block level scope variables. And sorry guys, that's why we are calling constant and letter block level scoping variables, and variable is the functional scoping. This is all about the latent constant. Remember guys, in most of the interviews they will ask what is the difference between the latent, var and const, and what are the block level variables, what is functional variable, why. Show me the example like that, they will ask. I hope you understood, guys. Thanks, and we'll catch you later. Thank you, guys. Bye.